In the United States, 95 million people have housing problems. Many families pay more than half their income for rent. What if you were behind in your mortgage? Who would you call? And what happens if you simply can't afford housing and you find yourself on the streets? Housing is a complex issue. The Good Times Community Fund offers 5 different approaches to deal with housing issues. Habitat for Humanity of Santa Cruz County, Homeless Services Center, Pajaro Valley Shelter Services, Santa Cruz Community Counseling Center's Transition Age Youth Program, Watsonville Law Center.
The Good Times is all about community. We've been here for a long time, and we saw the need to where if we could bring people together in a cohesive fund and everyone participate together, that we could really do some great things. And that's one of the reasons why we've gotten so involved and we've continued this for so many years. This year's issue was housing. And we felt what better way than to pull together the key nonprofits that really affect that within our community. Everybody knows somebody who's either lost their home or maybe losing their home or is looking to get into a home. And so we thought this was just perfect.
Each year, Habitat for Humanity helps a deserving local family build and own their first home.
Habitat for Humanity is building affordable homes for low-income families in Santa Cruz County. The funds contributed to the Habitat program mainly pays for materials. At Habitat, we have a construction site manager who works with volunteers who provide the labor. So when funds come into Habitat, we're able to buy supplies or pay for some of the professional services that aren't given in kind.
So actually, this unit on the right here, that's our house. As a carpenter, I've worked and built many homes and always wondered, how in the world do people pay for this stuff, much less continue to maintain it? And I'm still not sure how people do that, but I know how we're gonna do it, and it's with the partnership through Habitat for Humanity.
Ever think about who a foster kid turns to when he or she turns 18 and is faced with going it alone in the world?
The youth that we serve 15 to 24-year-olds. We meet youth when they are in foster care, and we try to kind of guide them through a healthy transition into a successful adulthood for when they leave the foster care system.
There is a lot of challenges for a lot of kids that are former foster youth. There is a lot of former foster youth or current foster youth that turn to a life of crime, or they become homeless. They think that, well, my family doesn't want me, society doesn't want me, so I'm just going to go live on the streets. That shouldn't be the case. Not everybody has to be, oh, I'm sad because, my family left me, or, certain family situations happened. Everybody goes through stuff. You just have to kind of take that with a grain of salt and use that and let that empower you, because you can't just live in the lowest, the rock bottom. You have to lift yourself up. Otherwise, what's your legacy going to be? What are you going to be known for? Are you going to be known for the person that that just is like the bottom feeder, just stays on the ground, just lets people just jump all over them? No, you have to be that person that rises above everything and accomplishes something, and then you can use that to advocate for people that are in the same situation, might even be the exact same situation, you don't know, because there is other people going through it just like you are. Is you have to find those resources and connect with those people, and that makes your life so much easier.
What if you were behind on your mortgage? Who would you call?
The Watsonville Law Center works on big picture economic justice issues, and housing is the number one. Housing is really the number one expense for most low-income families. When they lose a job or during the Great Recession, housing becomes very difficult for them. And so when our office does anything toward economic justice and financial security for low-income families, we're really working toward preserving housing for people who are at risk of losing it. We also have worked on fighting foreclosure rescue fraud, scams where people offer to save someone's house from foreclosure and run away with the money. Those are particularly insidious and really have exploded after the foreclosure crisis.
The Pajaro Valley Shelter provides emergency shelter to the most vulnerable in our community.
So my name's Erica Centeno, and I'm in Pajaro Valley Shelter, and this is my daughter Evelyn.
Housing can provide a sense of dignity and pride, health, physical safety, and security.
Your contribution will help out me and my daughter and other families being at risk of becoming homeless.
Like other communities, Santa Cruz is dealing with a large homeless population. Our local leaders have a goal to house 180 of our county's most vulnerable, chronically homeless by 2014.
We estimate that there's probably about 900 chronically homeless in Santa Cruz County, and we're focusing on the folks who we would identify as medically vulnerable. So they're people who've been homeless for a long period of time, but they're also struggling with a number of chronic health conditions that actually could lead to early mortality for them.
Well, I became seriously ill about a year and a half ago, and I've had 4 operations on my kidneys, and in just the past year, and I've been bouncing around from different friends and relatives, and then I always kind of bounce back and sleep in my truck.
As you can see, housing is a complex issue, and we know that adequate housing makes for a healthy community. Join us by taking a small bite out of a big problem.
The campaign this year is going to run Thanksgiving to the end of January. An exciting component that we have now is the Packard Foundation with their matching monies. So any donations that come in will be matched, so that should double our efforts and really make it exciting. And the fact that Santa Cruz County Bank is also partnering with us should make it even more dynamic.
Housing plays a significant role in our workforce and our local economy, and we hope that the community in their year-end giving will think of this campaign and that it inspires that giving so that we can strengthen and make our community more vibrant.
The Good Times Community Fund offers 5 different approaches to deal with housing issues. 100% of your gift goes to programs you have seen here. Direct your gift towards what matters to you most by splitting it among 1, several, or all 5 of the areas of need. Together, we can make a difference.
Your contribution to Habitat for Humanity
will help build homes for families like
the Ericksons.
Your contribution to this fund and to the Watsonville Law Center will help hundreds of low-income families maintain economic security and stay in their homes.
Your contribution can make a real difference, so don't delay.